folks, welcome to the most enthralling Science Scamper series for classes 6 to 8 by Educatup, and I am your super science teacher Ambika. At Educatup, we always empower all our students as how to think, not what to think. So if you want to experience the same, then ensure to subscribe the Educatup's YouTube channel. The subscription button is given just below, guys. If you like our video, don't forget to press the like button and don't forget to hit the bell icon as well to get all the latest updates from Educatup. Now, without making further any delay, let's start today's session. And the topic for the day is food. Where does it come from? Now, as the word suggests food, something comes to our mind which gives us a kind of a craving, a kind of a taste in our mouth. So, in this chapter, we are going to see these things. What is food? What are the ingredients of food? How do plants and animals provide us with food? And what are the different kinds of eating habits? Now, let's move ahead. Now, I really need to know from all my lovely students who are viewing this video that the three basic meals which you have taken yesterday, that is breakfast, lunch and dinner. जो कल आपने सुबह का नाश्ता, दोपहर का खाना और रात का खाना खाया था, वो आप सबको याद होगा. You must be remembering. So let's assume that yesterday in the breakfast, lunch and dinner, you had the following things. For example, in breakfast, you might have taken a cheese sandwich. In lunch, you might have taken dal and rice. And in dinner, you might have taken some veggies of potato, peas, cauliflower and chapati. Now, if we see each one of these dishes in detail, then a cheese sandwich requires two things to be made up of. That is cheese and bread. We require these two things to make a cheese sandwich. Now, if we see the next meal which you might have taken as dal and rice, for making a dal and rice, we require a few more substances like आपको दाल की ज़रूरत है, आपको पानी चाहिए, you need cooking oil. Other than that, you need all the spices जो आपके मसाले होते हैं like salt, नमक, turmeric powder, your haldi, then red chili powder, that is your lal mirch, coriander powder, that is your dhania powder. So a lot of spices. Then you definitely need rice, चावल चाहिए आपको. So there, and to add a little bit more taste to your dal, you might be adding tomato, onion, green chili, coriander. So basically, to make dal and rice, you are using a few of the more substances in comparison to a cheese sandwich. Now let's see what you might have used to make your third meal, which we have taken as veggies and chapati. Now supposedly, if you have eaten a potato and pea vegetable last night, so for making that along with chapati, you require these following things. You require potato, then you require matar, that is your peas, again cooking oil, then masale, all the spices, water. Obviously, to make chapati, you also require wheat flour, that is atta. What are we coming up to from all these three meals? चीज़ सैंडविच बनाने के लिए, दाल एंड राइस बनाने के लिए और वेजीज एंड चपातीज बनाने के लिए, we always require some or the other substances or raw materials, without which we cannot make any eatable dish, any eatable item. So what are these substances or raw materials called as? They are basically called as ingredients. The substances or the materials which are used to make any food item are known as the ingredients of that food item. That means the ingredients of a cheese sandwich were cheese and bread. And the ingredients of dal and rice were all those things. Dal, rice, spices, water, cooking oil. So, ingredients is something which is the substance we use to make any food item. Now let's move ahead. Now these ingredients have two types of sources. That means we can get ingredients from two different sources. One is plants and the other is animals. Now if we again come back to our three dishes, the first one in the breakfast was a cheese sandwich. Now, a cheese sandwich was made up of cheese and bread, the two ingredients. Now, if we try to understand that what is the source of these two ingredients, that is cheese and bread, we need to figure out a little bit. See, in case of cheese, cheese is a milk product. Cheese is made from milk, and milk we always get from animals. There are many animals who provide us with milk, like cow, buffalo, goat, camel. So there are many animals which provide us with milk. So that is why the source of this ingredient is animals. Now if we talk about bread, bread is made up of wheat, and wheat is a plant. गेहूं आप जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं. So you might, when you are going out, you might have seen a wheat field. This is a wheat field. गेहूं का खेत. गेहूं उगाया जाता है. It is a crop. It is a plant. And that is why the source of bread is wheat, which is considered as a plant source. Now let's see the next meal which you have taken yesterday, that was dal and rice. So in case of dal and rice, it's very easily visible and it's very easily understandable for everyone that dal, spices, cooking oil, then your onion, tomato, coriander, all these things we are getting from plants. The source is plant because these all are grown and then we get them. The last is rice. Now rice is again something we always get from a plant, and from which plant? That is paddy. हिंदी में आप जैसे कहते हैं धान. धान से आपको चावल मिलते हैं. Now you might have seen even a paddy field. चावल की खेती जब होती है, we always see that the field is filled with water. That's the basic point of identification that a field is of rice crop. So that is how it is. Actually it is paddy, and from this paddy the rice grains are extracted out. Okay, the last meal was of veggies and chapati. Again, you can see all the sources, plants in everything. Okay, now, so basically what we have understood, that plants provide us three categories of ingredients. That is grains, cereals, fruits and vegetables. Now, cereals, grains, ये आपके अनाज, गेहूं, बाजरा, चावल, दाल, जितनी भी दालें होती हैं, राजमा, छोले, ये सब जितनी चीज़ें हैं, this comes under your grains and cereals. And fruits and vegetables you are very comfortably aware with. So these three sources are from plants. In case of animals, animals also provide us with three categories of ingredients, and that is milk, obviously milk and all the products of milk like butter, ghee, cheese. Okay, then obviously meat products like meat, chicken, mutton, then your bacon, pork, beef, all these we get from animals, and from them we make a lot of dishes. Then the last is eggs. Eggs is again something we always get from animals. So these are the three basic ingredient categories which we get from animals. Alright, now plants as a source of food. Plants as a source of food, that means you know that we always eat one part of a plant. For example, if I say cauliflower, gobi, what is that? I mean, you are getting cauliflower from a cauliflower plant. But which part you are actually eating in a cauliflower plant? As the name suggests, flower. So actually in every plant, we eat a different part of it. Sometimes we eat root, sometimes stem, sometimes fruit, sometimes seed, flower, even leaves, depending that which part contains the maximum nutrients and which part can be easily consumed and digestible in human beings. Now, in case of, for example, you can see the web chart behind me. So in case of seeds, you have examples like groundnut, peas, dal, all these are actually the seeds of those plants. Now in case of stem, you eat like potato, onion, all these are the two stems you eat. Actually, potato is not the fruit of that plant, it is the stem of that plant. If we talk about roots, then carrot, radish, turnip, these are the roots of that plant. In case of fruits, you have tomato, which is the fruit of the plant. Papaya, green chili, these are the fruits. In case of leaves, you have spinach, you have mint, you have coriander, pudina, dhania. ये सब क्या है? ये सब leaves होते हैं उस plant की, and we take the leaves. So, the basic thing is that we decide that which part is containing the maximum nutrients and which part is easily digestive in our body, and we eat that part. Okay, even tea leaves and chai ki patti hoti hai because we get tea from the leaves, which is again a plant source. In case of coffee also, we extract coffee from the beans, which are actually the seeds, again a plant source. And all the spices we always get from plants. So actually plants are almost providing us with all our ingredients for making any eatable dish. Now guys, it's time for some action-packed info, very important, pay attention. We should always be very careful while selecting that which part of a plant we are eating. For example, in case of potatoes, if you see that the skin of the potato is a little greenish in color, is actually shows that the potato is poisonous. It's not at all suitable for consuming. It is containing harmful or toxic substances. Other than that, sometimes you find that the radish is a little bitter in taste or cucumber is a little bitter in taste. You should always avoid eating those kind of things because they are containing substances which are extremely harmful. And always be very cautious while selecting that which part of a plant you are consuming. A little bit more action-packed info, guys. Honeybees collect nectar, that is the sweet juices from flowers, and store them in their beehive. Now, why we are discussing this? Because honey is a very good source of energy, and honey is something which we extract from this beehive. So you should know that honey is also an animal source ingredient. Now, what do animals eat? Depending that what animals are eating or consuming, we can categorize animals into three categories. The first category is animals that eat only grass or plants, and we call them as herbivores. You can have ample number of examples like giraffe, elephant, cow, buffalo, goat, horse. Alright. The next is the animals which eat other animals, or basically the flesh of other animals, and that they are called as carnivores. The examples can be leopard, lion, tiger. And the last is the animals or the organisms which eat both plants and other animals, and they are known as omnivores. The one of the best example is we human beings, because we consume a chicken also and we consume all the vegetables also. So we are eating both plants and animals, and that is why we are placed in the category of omnivores. Other than us, you can also have examples of omnivores like bear, dog. So guys, with this we have finally come to the end of this most super amazing session, and I hope you all have subscribed to the EduCatUp YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, do it right now guys. And I'm pretty sure that you have loved our video, so it's time to press the like button. Don't forget to press the like button. And now your super science teacher Ambika is signing out for the day. Till then, keep yourself happy, safe, and keep enriching yourself with EduCatUp. Bye-bye.